Hello, everyone. I see they're still joining. Hello, everyone. My name is Yulia, and I'm CEO of Kiddy School. Thank you for joining us today. We're gonna have an NFT workshop. How to sell. Actually, you can sell anything as NFT, right? But because digital art is such a popular topic right now, because of some successful sales of some people in the past. So today Hassan is going to share with us how to do it and what is NFT and this kind of things. Yes, thank you everyone for joining. Let's get started.
Thank you, Yulia, for the introduction, and thank you everyone for joining. I think we can start the workshop today. So mainly today we're gonna work on explaining the non-fungible tokens or the NFTs and how to sell, how to let your child's art as NFT. What's the purpose behind this workshop, as Yulia said, and as I can maybe just like elaborate on this. Mainly, there are a lot of parents and there are a lot of people who are benefiting a lot from this selling their child's art. Like we have a lot of examples, and we will be like providing it during the workshop, where people like just like sold them as NFTs and just like then sold for millions of dollars, sometimes for thousands of dollars. After 1 year or after a few months. So let me just show you first how the workshop will go. And after that, I think we can start explaining stuff and talking about everything. So I forgot to say that. So my name is Hassan and I'm an instructor here at Kiddy School. Today we're gonna talk mainly about the NFTs. So first of all, we're gonna start with an introduction about the workshop that I just gave, then a short video on NFTs. We're gonna see how these NFTs work using a short video. After that, I'm gonna just take your comments on this, and we're gonna try to find introduction to NFTs and cryptocurrency. And after that, we're gonna introduce chains that we can use in this field. Also, we're gonna have a live demo of working with NFTs, websites where you can sell the artwork, and I'm gonna where we'll be signing up together on it, and also to an application on the phone. It works on iOS and also on Android, where you'll be selling our artwork using as NFTs. And at the end, at the last 10 minutes of this 1 hour workshop, we're gonna have a Q&A session where you'll be asking all your questions, and I'm gonna, of course, answer them, of course, one by one. And we're gonna, of course, try to let you, of course, know all the information related to this field. So I think we can start a video which shows you an introduction to NFTs, and it's super important as a start for this workshop. So let me just share my screen. Of course, I want you just to tell me if you are hearing the voice.
Yes, we can hear you. And by the way, I think Hassan
Yes.
didn't mention, by the end, everyone will be able to ask your questions, specific questions.
Yes, exactly. Yes, as we mentioned, there is a Q&A session at that last during the last 10 minutes, so that you can ask all your questions. Thank you, Yulia. So I think we can just
online painting exhibition for all her digital artworks.
You can hear the voice of the... Okay, thank you.
However, as the exhibition is online, she is worried that her paintings won't be secure, as anyone could easily forge or replicate them. Her friend Mark came to her rescue with an idea of NFT. He suggested that Susan could buy NFTs for all her paintings, as NFTs are trustworthy, easily transferable, and will also maintain her ownership rights on her artworks. Susan had no idea what NFTs were, so Mark stepped ahead and explained it to her. NFTs turn your digital assets into one of a kind by creating a unique digital signature, which defines the ownership of your assets, and that can be bought and sold for real money, cryptocurrency, or any other asset, like a non-fungible token, aka NFT. Non-fungible tokens means that they are not interchangeable, and each of them represents unique assets owned by a specific person. On the other hand, fungible tokens are interchangeable and can be divided into smaller units to form the same value. For example, a $100 bill is fungible, as you can exchange it with 5 $20 bills or 2 $50 bills. But the painting of the Last Supper is non-fungible, as it cannot be generated in bulk. Even if it is copied, it will not be authentic. Each NFT contains distinguishable information like who owns the digital asset and who sold it, making them distinct and easily verifiable. As it is impossible to forge such a certificate, it will secure her painting's originality. After learning what NFT is, Susan was curious to know how exactly NFT works. NFT basically creates a blockchain-based digital certificate for your digital collectibles, including games, music, art, and many more. This certificate gives your artwork a unique identity. The underlying technology and the programming language used by NFTs are the same as other cryptocurrencies, such as blockchain and the programming language Ethash or Script. NFT majorly exists on Ethereum blockchain, a distributed public ledger that records all the transactions. However, NFT is quite different from these cryptocurrencies. Bitcoin and Ethereum are fungible tokens, which means if you trade Bitcoin or Ethereum for one another, you will have the same value or item in return, basically money. On the other hand, NFT is a unique token. Therefore, if you try to trade it, you may end up with something completely different in your hands. CryptoPunks is a remarkable example of NFT. It enables you to buy, sell, and store 10,000 collectibles with the proof of ownership being stored on the Ethereum blockchain. After exploring how NFTs work, Susan was convinced and bought NFTs for all her paintings. Due to this, her artworks were secured from any kind of forgery and also gave her artworks a particular value. This contributed to increased sales too, as everyone was easily able to buy the artwork without any fear. All in all, her exhibition was a complete success. Similarly, NFT has proved itself to be a boon in the lives of many others, like Jack Dorsey, the CEO and co-founder of Twitter with his very first and famous tweet, "Just setting up my Twitter," and Vignesh Sundaresan, famously known as Metakovan, who bought $69.3 million worth of NFT art on Beeple. Owing to its increasing popularity, people are now willing to pay hundreds of thousands of dollars for NFTs. NFT has enhanced media exposure and special perks for aspiring artists like Susan on social media. This popularity of NFT creates new opportunities for new art platforms, motivating people to buy art from internet platforms and promoting copyright or originality of digital assets. So, here is a question for you. What makes any item non-fungible? A. Exchangeability. B. Unique digital signature. C. D. Distributed public ledger. Please give it a thought and drop your answers in the comments section below. 3 lucky winners will receive Amazon gift vouchers. Many experts in the crypto industry say that around 40% of new crypto users will use NFTs as a result of its growing popularity. NFT could represent a more significant part of the digital economy in the future. We hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, a thumbs up would be...
Okay, great. I hope this was useful then. I'm just gonna ask a question now before we continue and before we start going in deep in explaining NFTs. Did anyone can anyone help me in defining NFTs according to the video at least? Like at least general information, general idea about NFTs.
I can.
Yes, please.
So, of course, it stands for non-fungible token. It's also a form that works as a copyright. So once you create it and you switch it over to a NFT, like you might create it in some kind of Adobe or somewhere or another platform. And once you convert it over to an NFT, which I'm still trying to get how to do that, like what platform, I know I was trying to do OpenSea, but once you do that, like you own it, like people can't, it's like tied to some kind of way the blockchain where people can't duplicate it and you own it until you sell it, then that person will own it. That's the best way to sum it up.
Okay. Okay, great. Thank you so much for your answer. I think that's it to answer. Yes, NFTs, they are tools that they can, of course, turn digital assets to one of a kind by creating digital signature, and of course they will be in this way be traded, and they will be of course sold at the same time. Because of that, parents and even like all people who can use this or depend on this technology, they will be able to benefit from it as also. There is something very important in the video, I think also you heard as well. So there is another thing, which is what makes something fungible. Mainly we're gonna have a part presentation, which the differences between fungible stuff and non-fungible stuff. The fungible stuffs means that they are more into trading. They are, like if we talk about maybe cryptocurrency, we're gonna talk about cryptocurrency in details. But if we talk about cryptocurrency, bitcoins, even all exchange like tools, all this stuff, like for me, for example, I worked in this field before, and I had for a course in my university on this, as I am majoring in business development besides my engineering bachelor degree as well. So in the we talked about, like, we took something on this, and they said like, okay, like how can we make something fungible? And even in this video, the major stuff for making something to make it like cryptocurrency, like it can be traded. Cryptocurrency, for example, when it comes to Bitcoin, it can be changed to dollars. You need, like, you know that some countries around the world are using Bitcoins and selling products, like some countries no. And why people are using Bitcoins? It's very simple, because people, they don't want to stay under the control of governments. Like governments are controlling like all the exchange tools like dollars or whatever, or for example, even the exchange tools of other countries. So all these stuff, all the currencies of other countries as well, are controlled by government, are controlled by ministers of finances in these countries, and even are controlled by the financial institutions on the international level. Because of that, people want to go from this control, and they created these Bitcoins. So that's what we call fungible tools or fungible instruments for using these cryptocurrencies. Yeah, I am gonna leave. Okay, I think someone has a question. If we can leave the questions till the end, it will be perfect, please. Okay, so questions are at the end of the session, like the last 10 minutes of the session. So I think we can thank you, representing the cryptocurrency, and then after that we can talk about the other stuff. So what is cryptocurrency? Mainly, cryptocurrency is a technology that is currently in all the countries, or most of the countries around the world. Like people mainly are making millions of dollars. Like one example, mainly, like I heard that last year, like an NFT has been sold for like 69 or $0.5 million, like last year in February, I think. So yeah, that's one of the NFTs. When it comes to cryptocurrency, cryptocurrency is that, of course, that you know, the technology has modified the approach, all our work. It's invented everything. Like people currently are depending on technology, especially in COVID-19 situation. And also technology went to financial stuff, like to banks, to bank systems, to financial, to all the, like even the currency systems as well. Companies will see the effect of technology in finances, and how people are building like a lot of technical stuff, or a lot of technology tools their work, especially in the field of information systems, where you have, for example, different kind of systems. So technology is like simply invading, just controlling everything that we have currently, even in business, even in learning. We have the e-learning, like whether in this school or other schools due to the COVID-19. So one of the stuff that technology invaded was mainly the currencies, and how to find an alternative for currencies. Because of that, they came up with the idea of cryptocurrency. So mainly firms and shoppers as well are not any longer selective in their disbursement, as we can see in this definition. Of course, at the same time, we also can see something here, that even the overall behavior is turning into a lot of like a pay-per-view payment system like Apple Pay. What do you mean by that? Mainly, you know very well, I think, the Apple Pay payment tool, and you know the pay-per-view payment system where people will be able to pay online, where people to be able to pay through their Apple systems. So because of this idea related to Apples and related to overall these systems, especially that stuff that works on different like operating systems like iOS, Android, and this stuff. So people came up with the idea of cryptocurrencies so that they can also invade the financial basis of all these tools. At the same time, we can talk as well about, we can represent the cryptocurrency as a replacement payment system that is coming out. Yes, it is a replacement payment system, although maybe some governments around the world are depending on it, some people more than governments, although it's also like there are some enemies as well for this kind of financial based stuff, or for this kind of payment system, because some people or some government think that this will affect their work negatively, especially that the Bitcoin, for example, from mainly from a friend of mine, like he bought like maybe Bitcoin for I think five like amount in the Bitcoin euro like 1 year ago, or 10,000 euro, and he bought this, and after 1 year he was able to sell them, I think, for 35,000 euro, or maybe much more. I'm not just like, I don't exactly follow the numbers, but there's at least maybe 400 or 500% a change in this rate between 1 year and another, and maybe much more, and maybe sometimes in thousands. So people are depending on this and they are benefiting from it financially, but at the same time, this is affecting negatively a lot of other companies or governments. So because of that, this is not invading all the world now. However, at least you can find it in most of the countries, or like a big number of countries around the world. So cryptocurrency, yes, it's a replacement payment system, and it can be found in most of the countries around the world. When it comes to cryptocurrency as well, we can define electronic currency that can be traded through the smartphone or desktop, which made it easier for people to use it, because they are no longer just like coins or dollars or papers or whatever. So they are now using their smartphones or desktops, such like similar to any online payment, and they will be able to pay whatever they like using the Bitcoins or using the crypto. It's an electronic currency, and of course it doesn't have a certain, like a certain number that is fixed for it, since it's not it's not a stable currency that is legalized by a certain government, or that's like controlled by the World Bank or whatever. So because of these reasons, you can find it in this way, and it made it easier for people to use it. Also, one of the best things about the cryptocurrency is that it is not controlled by any government bodies, and that's what I said from the beginning, that keep the details of all the transactions happening on the platform. So this also comes up with security options for cryptocurrency. Like if you look at cryptocurrency a few years ago, like since I monitored this kind of feed like a few years ago, I can see that there is a huge difference in the security options of this kind of currencies and this kind of payment system. Like they had made a lot of updates of it, and they made it secured 100%. And besides that, there is one idea, which is that it's not controlled by government bodies, which made it secured and which made it people trust to currencies and trust Bitcoins or whatever. So the security and the safe transaction is the most talkative feature of cryptocurrency, and that's what I'm saying. At the same time, all the transactions that happen between two individuals are broadcast to the entire network of cryptocurrency. And that's also something we talked about as well. So that's mainly regarding cryptocurrency. And from cryptocurrency and from electronic payment system, all of this like field that we are talking about that needs a lot of discussions. Like if I want to talk about cryptocurrency, I need a full workshop in cryptocurrency. However, I made this 10 or 12 minutes on cryptocurrency, present something on electronic payment systems until we go and talk about the NFTs or the non-fungible token. So what is an NFT? Of course, we all knew from the video that we just saw that NFTs mainly turns your digital assets into one of a kind by creating a unique digital signature and be of course sold for a real money. However, we call it why do we call it non-fungible? Because as we can see also in this definition here, it differs from exchangeable tokens. Like cryptocurrencies are exchangeable. Like you can just trade it with other like kind of like, you know, like you can say I'm gonna buy a Bitcoin through invest, like for example, in a certain in Bitcoins and buy a certain amount and that can be traded to dollars or traded to any currency. So yeah, it differs from exchangeable tokens that's just like cryptocurrencies, which are identical to each other and therefore it can be used as commercial transaction environments. So it's not a commercial transaction environment. It's not like just like something that can be exchangeable, can be tradable, just like as the cryptocurrencies. No, the NFTs is more into you can graphic asset in the blockchain with a unique identification code and metadata that distinguishes them from one another. So they are different. They don't have identical stuff. No, you can make your own NFT. You know, like let me explain it another way. I think it can be better, as if you are making your own currency. You know, like I am selling my arts, the art of my child as NFT, as if I am making a certain currency for me and NFTs. Time I'm making my own, like I'm on money using my own currency, using my own NFT, which means that it's totally different from cryptocurrency. You are not buying some Bitcoins and waiting for the rate to increase so that you can get more money. You are not investing in this way. We can go to finances and budgeting and transactions and incomes and expenses. We always talk about investments. Like if I am having an organization or having like let us say that personally, I manage an organization that is national based, and I do handle finance in this organization and interfere in all the transactions of it. The best way for me to get money for this organization, although like our goal is not for profit, but overall we need some financial sustainability to keep paying our fees and taxes and all this stuff. So the best way to get money for this organization that I'm handling is through investing, and investing sometimes in Bitcoin, sometimes in other stuff, investments sometimes in companies, and like getting some like some percentages, some investments in certain projects, international projects or whatever. That's mainly the best way to let any company of course get money. And why we think that investments is the best way to get the financial sustainability we need, because mainly, like if let me talk about organization, we work, although like we work on exchanges, for example, like we offer people internship and volunteering. We get fees from these people and they are traveling to other countries, and we get fees from them through this traveling. And we have as well our expenses for our members, and we have as well our expenses for our international agency that it's managing us. So okay, like currently in the COVID-19, like all the airports, most of the airports closed, and we have no exchanges anymore. Because of COVID-19 as well, we are sending people for exchanges, and they are struggling a lot, because sometimes you go, for example, to Turkey, to sometimes to go to Canada, sometimes you go to United States, to any country in the world, and suddenly there is a lockdown that happens, which means that your project, your volunteer internship will be automatically canceled. So what can we do in this way? We went to investments. We want to investing in Bitcoins, investing in other stuff, so that we can get the need stay depending on the conditions of COVID-19, and we don't stay depending on having overall depending mainly on the exchange fees that we get from our participants. So that's mainly it regarding NFTs. And that's mainly it regarding the importance as well on investing, whether in NFTs or other stuff. So what are the different fungible tokens and non-fungible tokens? I told you from a while, like fungible tokens are traded, are exchangeable. Non-fungible tokens, like just that we are talking about today, like fungible tokens like cryptocurrencies, non-fungible tokens that we're talking about them today, like the art, the house, the property, this stuff are not, of course, similar to fungible tokens because they are not traded, they're not like exchangeable overall, they're not exchangeable. Like you can be exchanged with other fungible same type. What's the reason behind that? As I told you, or non-fungible tokens are themselves create their own currency or which means that when it comes to fungible tokens, why do we consider them? Why do we need? Well, how can we exchange them? We can exchange fungible tokens because they are already from the same kind. Like if you have, for example, a dollar, you can simply exchange it with other currency. If you have some dollars, you can exchange them with to bitcoins when it comes to all other stuff. However, non-fungible tokens, no, they're talking about house property. No, it's itself like it's a currency. You just like put people come as if you are working on marketing. Just you market, you build a market a place for it, and you just like put it on the website, and people will be like buying it or paying to get it. And you have some points where you'll be able to turn them to money and get a certain profit. Because of that, some NFTs reach, as I told you, example in the beginning, it reached $69 million. Why $69 million? Because they had an amazing NFT, like they created an amazing NFT, and they will be able through this art to reach millions of people who are using this website. Art was even then, of course, sold in other companies, like things that are in NFTs don't stay in NFTs. No, they can be sold after that to companies, to art, interested people in art, and sometimes they pay for the art to get it millions of dollars so that they can benefit from it, and they can put it maybe, or they can say that this is for the company or this is. And then if you become, of course, someone who's well-known, people will be sending you requests through your social media accounts or through your websites that you are making, or through any form kind of contact that you are making with people as kind of marketing. So that's it regarding the difference between fungible tokens. All is clear so far? If you can just using reactions. All is good? Okay, thank you. All is good so far. I think we can move now. Okay, thank you so much. I think we can move now to how can we sell the work of our children. Okay, great. I think I'm gonna go now to Google Chrome. I'm gonna show you. First of all, site that is called, you can see it here, Datum. You can just like search for it and you'll be able to see it. This is one of the most important websites that we can use for selling work and selling them as NFTs. How can we do that? Of course, if we want to sign up, you just go to Google, then you just choose a certain email. However, why I'm not gonna use it today, I'm gonna just show you. If you click on here, you need to click on create API key. If you click here, you will have several options: free, start, basic. The free option was, however, currently, like even if you, I didn't make any free account, but even if you just like use another account, or it's the first time you use this, I've been using, Even if you use this for like just use this website for the first time, it will tell you that you reached the limit for 3 APIs keys. So because of that, they will ask you to pay until you create your account, which is not good for someone who's starting something from scratch or is not, who doesn't know, like I don't know, like if my NFT will like get me money. I don't know if my art, the art I'm gonna post it will get me the needed money. So why should I pay $9? Because of that, there is another option, which is going to this website. I'm gonna just send the link in the chat box. It's one of the amazing websites and most reliable websites that we can use. However, I'm gonna tell you now what we can do for this. This website is linked to an application on the phone. So if you want to use it, you click on sign in. It will tell you like sign in with your wallet, many options. You need to choose mobile wallet is the best. Here you need to download an application on the phone. It's mainly called, I'm gonna just send you the name. It's called, let me just try it, Rainbow. Okay, 1 minute. I wanted just to download it. So Rainbow, of course, Ethereum. Wallet. Okay, great. Oh, sorry. Okay. So I wanted just to download your phones. It will take just, I think, a maximum 30 seconds because it's a very small application. Like it took me maybe. So can you please download this application, or maybe if you can, of course, leave it after workshop, but I prefer if you move with me step by step because this is something more applicable, more I presented a certain lecture, but it's now time to apply this stuff. So I want you to download this application. You can download it on Android or even iOS. It works on both. I'm pretty sure that it works as well on Android. I have like iOS system here, but I think it also works on Android. So it's Rainbow Ethereum wallet. Ethereum. Okay, I wanted just to download it. Will you be able to download it now? If you can please, of course, just using React. Show me if you can download it now so that we can move. Okay, great. I think someone said thank you. Other people, can we download it now? Okay, someone else as well. Great. So I want you just to download it. I sent you the name in the chat box. It's called Rainbow Ethereum Wallet. Also, when you download this application, like I'm gonna just remove, I think, just remove the background to show you. Okay, great. I think now, okay. Okay, that's mainly the application I am talking about. I don't know if this makes it clear, but when you download the application, it's called the Rainbow Ethereum Wallet. It will appear in this, not to download the wrong application. So that's the application you are gonna download. When you download it, it will tell you, of course, they have here $100, $200, $300. You can just like skip them. There is no need to just like to pay now. But overall, they mean here by $100 or $200 investments in the NFTs that to invest. You can invest here. However, it's not time to invest. It's time to create our own NFTs, and that's what we are the purpose of the workshop. Okay, great. So you do two things. You download. Okay, I'm gonna keep it without background for a bit. I may maybe need it again or just something else. So you download the application, whether it's iOS or Android, and then you go to, as I told you, to this website. I send it in the chat box, and then you click on just sign in, where you will be able to sign in and you just open this here. And then, of course, you scan the QR code. Just you can find it. You just find something here where you'll be able to scan the QR code. I'm gonna just scan it. When I scan it, of course, it tells me connect or cancel. I click on connect. In this way, it opens. You see, like I can open the website in this way. Okay. So what is next, Hassan? Okay, I can continue. When you open, when it's connected with you, okay, I hope if you are doing it better for you so that you can see the steps better. But of course, I think the steps are very easy, so you can just take some notes if you like, or you can, of course, just keep them on a note on your phone, so you'll be able to do it later when you are free. So I click on create. When I click on create, I will be having here Ethereum, create, or whatever. I click on create here. Okay, great. But before doing all of this, what should I be doing? I should create my NFT. That's it. Like, okay, this is a place to market, you know, like this website. Okay, this website mainly. Oh, why do we recommend this? Of course, there are a lot of websites you can use. However, this is mainly, you can use it for free, as you saw. Like, you don't need to pay to create an account. You can use it for free, and I find it easier than other websites. Like, I find it very managed well. Take too much time to create a certain identity or whatever, and it's trusted as well. Like the security options, you can find it if you just make a small Google search on the best websites that are used for selling art child. You can see that it's one of the top websites. And as you can see, I find two websites that are very useful: this website and this website. However, as I told you, I chose the cheaper because for this website I can only get it through just paying. Okay. Okay. Of course, if you need further information, I'm gonna if you need further information, or if you have a follow-up question, we can leave it till the end, last 10 minutes, so that we can answer it. But I hope this made it clear for you. Okay, I hope this explanation was useful. So great, I think we can continue. How can we create our NFT, or how can we post it? Of course, I'm not gonna create now a design. I'm not a designer to create a certain art. It's not my field. However, I recommend using this website as well to be able to get access arts on the website. Like, you know, like there are certain websites that are recommended to create a certain art, to create a certain photo or whatever, to a certain NFT that you can post and market for on the website. So there is this website, it's called Capwing. I'm gonna just here. If you just click on this, it will open in this way. Of course, you can sign up, just like put your email and sign up. It's very easy. You need to go to studio, and in the studio, you start just dragging and creating something from scratch and uploading. You can upload a certain NFT, and you can get it like, you know, like your child's art. You can just put it here, just like a photo of the work or whatever, in what format it is. If it's a PDF or whatever, you can just change it as well using some online converters. You can just post it here on the studio, and you will be able here to edit it and do whatever painting you like. Like your child, of course, can do that if it's taking course, and he will be able to finalize it using the capwing.com. So I just want I would just recommend this website to do such kind of designs, or to complete the art. Of course, your child can use anything else, because as I told you, the website we are selling on, it already accepts any picture from any, just like if you have something on your desktop that is created using another website, it will be working normally, you know, so it's not a big deal. However, this workspace is really recommended. when it comes to designing. So here I click on single, and here I continue. Okay. Okay, I think I had some previous work, so I'm gonna just repeat it, create. Okay, great. So, okay, good. So here you can just post your work here. I don't have any work to post mainly, but you will just take a photo of your work of your child and just post it. I don't know what, just like anything that I'm gonna post here, just the background maybe. Here you can just choose put on marketplace. What I turn it off, this means that it will not be appearing for people as kind of market, and you're not, your purpose is not marketing it, you're just saving it as an NFT. You can use it later, you can post it for your profile, but you are not selling it. You know, like you can post something on this website and not just like for your portfolio overall. I'm gonna put it on marketplace because our purpose is to sell the product. I'm gonna choose here, you can choose the number you like as a price. You can just go further and just make a certain name, whatever, product one, anything, description, you to just like, you know, like grab the attention of the users. And here, royalties, of course, you can also choose, like you can put it, just like set it. Of course, anyone buying it, this amount that you put here in royalties will be reserved for you so that you'll be able to count them and then turn them to money. I'm gonna create this item. When I create, look what happens. Just 1 minute. And that's the purpose of keeping myself without a background. So look, when I create it, I just receive a notification here on my phone from a rainbow. It says a new request from Rarible NFT marketplace. So it needs to take the approval from the phone because it's on. So when I just click on, it gives me two options, confirm or cancel. I click on confirm. I confirm the work. So my can just create, just click confirm again. It will be put on sale and saved automatically, and people can see it. Okay, so that's mainly it regarding selling a certain product or selling a certain art. If you ask me why do I recommend this website, because as I said, it's cheaper, it's useful overall, like a faster process, because some websites are not really good, some websites are not sometimes manageable well, and it has very good security options, and it's one of the most recommended websites for this kind of work, even according to experts. I'm not an expert in this field, but people like according to experts in this field and people who have more experience than me, they say that this is more than recommended. Okay, we go to the last part of our session or our workshop. In these six minutes that I still have, I'm gonna just talk about the NFT art marketplace. Let me just get back my background. Okay, great. So NFT art marketplace development, and this will be very short. So the introduction of crypto arts or digital arts like NFTs on the NFTs marketplace. What is NFT marketplace? The place we saw, the website we saw is considered as an NFT marketplace where you can sell your product or sell your art on it. Has paved a way for several artists and investors to utilize the opportunity for making huge profits in a short span of time. We said that already. We had an example. I told you, like, and I'm going to show you another example, another last slide of this presentation, that someone last year in February that the NFT was sold for $69 million. So it's a very big number. And even like if you move step by step, I'm not gonna tell you that all people who sell products or use this website or go and sell their art, they're gonna get millions of dollars. No, like you may put your work on work space. It's like just like a marketplace you have, and you may get nothing. But overall, it's an investment. It's a quality of work. If there is a high quality, if it grabs attention, then of course you're gonna get what you want. So NFT art marketplace is being considered as $1 million revenue generating business idea that is powered with blockchain smart contracts for the exchange of digital arts into NFTs. So as we said, $1 million revenue generating business data. So it's a very big number. It's promising, and I highly recommend this kind of business. What are the advantages of NFT and marketplace? Of course, the first advantage that you are able to make use of all the information that you have. The second advantage, of course, I'm gonna answer. I have one more question in the chat box. I'm sorry, I answered one question from a while, but I'm gonna leave this as well to the Q&A session, so don't worry. And of course, if you have further questions, we're gonna, of course, answer them as well. So when it comes to ultra transparency, it's also like huge transparency when it comes to selling and using the marketplace for this kind of art. It's also accessible by anyone, which should make it a great marketing strategy, having millions of people who are visiting your work, who are seeing it, who are trying to see if they sell this or they're not, sorry, buy this or not buy it. So it's a big deal. Peer-to-peer network with a greater efficiency, and that's true. The marketplace will be able to support you, and it's very efficient in selling your work. Integration of secured protocols, and here we talk about security options and how much this platform is highly secured compared to other kind of platforms. Of course, we can take an example here on the growth of NFTs. On April 2, 2011, an animation was posted by 25 years old Christopher Torres of Dallas, Texas. In February 21, 2021, he had created, or they created an updated version and sold it as an NFT like after 10 years for 300 Ether, which is the, you know, like the currency we saw in the website that I just showed to you, which is equivalent according to a certain rate. Of course, the rate is not fixed, to $587 at the time of sale. So you know that the rate is changing a lot, and maybe now 300 Ether is like maybe thousands. I'm not following exactly the numbers, like as I told you, but overall the rate changes. It raises always. It's raising at least in the last few years, especially also in the last few months. So it's really a nice idea, and I highly recommend it. Like for your you can actually benefit from it financially. You can benefit from it as marketing base, and you can create a business based on NFTs. Like if your work reaches a huge number of people, you will be able to create your own business from this, because you know, when you have this marketing tool, you will be able to reach a high number of people. When you reach a high number of people, you will be able maybe sometimes to go to social media and market your work. And you know, like security options are not that good on social media, but overall you can start getting requests sometimes, like from people to make a certain art or to make a certain painting or whatever, so that people, they can use your art or use your skills, so that you can create for them, like let us say a photo or whatever, and then you get paid for this. And this becomes day by day from a small business to a big business, or maybe a company or a group of artists working together. So that's mainly it regarding this workshop. I think we can move now to Q&A session. I hope this was useful. I finished on time, and I'm opening a Q&A session on time for like 10 minutes. Of course, after finishing the Q&A session, I hope if I can maybe get your feedback as well in the chat box. Can you discuss the fees that go into selling NFTs, gas fees, what they are? Of course, it depends on the websites. Like as I told you, the website we are using, it's much cheaper than others. You can create your own account and you can you will not have a specific fees for it, at least for this websites. However, for other websites, there are always some fees and even gas fees as well. Mainly, what type of currency? The Ether overall. Mainly Ether. That you saw in the example. It has a certain rate. As I told, the rate it changes. Like some days you can see that in the example, at the time of sale here, 300 Ether is 587. So, and you can find it, the rate you can find it online always.
I just have a follow-up on that. So how exactly do we need to use cryptocurrency to buy Ether to like, or I'm just trying to figure out how do you
No.
How does that work?
No, you don't need. This is already like not related to cryptocurrency. You know, like that's cryptocurrency is more into fungible and traded. Like this is non-fungible, which means it's not exchange. You know, like if you are you not need to buy something to get NFTs or to get Ether. No, it's not in this way. As I told you, you can visit, just when you visit the websites, you as much as you get in Ether, like as much as you sell, as much as you get more in Ether. And once you reach a level where you have like a certain amount of Ether, this Ether, of course, can be converted to US dollars. So you know what I mean?
Oh, got it. So there's a threshold to when an Ether turns into $1 and then you can actually use it to buy things. Do you know, does that change every time, or is that something like we have to look up?
Yes, you have to look it up, as I told you, because it changes. Yet the Ether's rate, it changed. Yes, it raises usually.
Gotcha. Okay.
One more question. When you sell NFTs, is there a percentage that the website takes? Usually it depends also on the website. Like for some websites, yes, they do take sometimes 10% from the profits. Some websites that are free. For a website that I presented today, they don't have this requirements. No, they don't take a certain percentage of the fees, because already the number of people that are visiting website is making a huge profit for the website owners. So they don't need to take some fees, but some websites they do take. Oh, thank you so much for this feedback. Okay, do we have more questions here? Okay. Oh, well, you mean the OpenSea in this question? Oh, how do you compare? Oh, OpenSea maybe is more into cryptocurrency and crypto goods, and it can be exchanged. And at the same time, it's one of the largest peer-to-peer marketplaces. Like it's really good, but it's more into cryptocurrency, not into NFTs. It differs. It includes like gaming items. It includes, you know, like it's not about art and properties. I hope I answered your question. Metadata, yes, this was mentioned in the presentation. Thank you for asking. Metadata mainly is the data that mainly, like you can say, it's not a content or a text, but it's a data that provides information about other data, like as if like, you know, like it's nested together. Like you can just like if you have, for example, information X, for example, you can take it from information Y. You know, like it's a connection of data. because of that, we call it metadata. So it's just a technical term, and it's not a financial term, by the way. It's more into, I don't know from where we got, but overall, it's used in several fields. Would you recommend? Yes, I do recommend it, and it's very trusted. And of course, as I told you, I'm not an expert in this field. However, and if you like to make more research, you can go. However, I have experience, and I have some experience. I have friends as well. They always recommend it. And even if you make research and see the people who are experts in this field and who know better than me, you will see that it's highly recommended. It's cheaper and faster when it comes to process. Any other question? Of course, we still have 4 minutes. I can take more questions. Of course, if you don't have any question, can you explain? Okay, can you explain what is the gas fee and what has to do with NFTs? Okay, this was mentioned, I think, in a question. NFT gas station mainly is another tool, is another tool that can give you details or ideas about the gas fees on various marketplaces. The gas fees are, you will have to pay for slow, average, and fastest transaction time on the blockchain. You know that the blockchain is programmed in a way where you have different kind of speeds. So like you see on Instagram, for example, when you promote for something, if you want to reach a million people, you pay more than reaching, like 100 people. Because of that, for selling NFTs, you can sell it for free, but it will not reach the level where you will be selling it if you pay some gas fees. You know what I mean? So that's used in this website and other website. If you want faster process, you can have some gas fees. But it's also the good thing about the website that I'm using is that you can both ways reach a high number of people without paying. If you need more, if you want to invade the world like with your art, you can post it. Of course, you can of course pay more, because at the end the website needs to get some profit. Like it's a way of getting profit. And another way is also as I told you, the publicity of the website. That's getting high profit for the website owners. Any more question? If you, of course, don't have any question, I still have 2 minutes. I can answer any question you have. If you don't have questions, I will be very grateful of having your comments in the chat box if this was useful for you or not. And you can, of course, leave if you don't have any question. But if you have questions, I'm ready to answer. Thank you so much for your feedback. I'm so happy to hear this. Thank you. Yes, it is possible. But you can sell it as a new NFT in this way. But of course, they can be selling multiple copies. Thank you so much. You are welcome. Thank you. I'm gonna end the meeting.